Hi and welcome back to a Library of Books and Daydreams. So we're quite far through November now, but I really wanted to do an October wrap up for you. I only read about 7 books in October, but I really enjoyed a couple and I still think it wasn't a bad month, so I thought I wanted to share that with you. I would normally go through my October wrap up and my November TBR, but as we are doing non-binary November, the readathon for November, and I've already done my TBR for that, I thought I would just leave it because it would just be the same TBR anyway, so there will be another video which I will link down below for my November TBR. So let's dive right in with my October wrap up. So the first book on this list is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mcmahon, I think. I have no idea how I pronounce your surname, so I am very sorry if I absolutely butchered that, but I adored this book so much. So I read this, I'm surprised it was in October because it feels like quite a while ago now that I read this, but I read this in the first couple of days of October and I absolutely adored it, so yeah. Honestly, this is just amazing. I'm sure you've already heard me gush way more than you need to about it, but it is absolutely beautiful and I cannot wait to read Blood and Honey and then the third book that is coming next year. So the next 3 books that I read are the Mara Dyer series. So we have The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, The Evolution of Mara Dyer, and The Retribution of Mara Dyer. So I've had these books for quite a long time now, and one of my older friends really liked them, and I picked them up in a charity shop. I felt I had mixed feelings about this series. I'm glad I read it when I did, because it was perfect for October, but it didn't blow me away. And I didn't think it would blow me away, but I did think I would enjoy it more than I did. I would say my favourite one was probably the middle book. Like, things picked up a bit in that one and I started to really like the characters, and then the third one just got a bit mad and I just didn't really get the point of anything anymore. The first one was just a little bit of a letdown and I didn't get into the story like I wanted to. So I would say I think all of them were between like 3 or 3.5 stars. I think the first one was 3 and the second one was 3.5 and then the third one was 3 stars, so I won't be keeping these because I don't think I would read them again. They were okay, they were like kind of guilty pleasure I guess, but yeah, they were nothing amazing to me, so. But I read them and they were so spooky, so I'm glad I read them in October. And the next book on this list I have actually already passed on to my lovely friend Jo because I thought she would really enjoy it, but I read A Clock of Stars by Francesca Gibbons. Yes, Francesca Gibbons. I actually really enjoyed this book. It was like a middle grade Narnia going through into a different world, like through a door in a tree, and it was these 2 sisters who went through to this different world and then they ended up making friends with the little prince in the other world who was about the same age as them, I think. So he was the prince of the kingdom, and there was like monsters, and it was really fun and it was really cool. My only complaint was that it was quite long for a middle grade. It was like over 400 pages if I remember rightly, but I flew through it and it had beautiful illustrations by Chris Riddle and I really enjoyed this one. It did surprise me, and then as I said I passed it on to Jo because she reads a lot of middle grade and I thought she would really like it. So the next one on this list is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. So me and Amy and Jo, who are both my friends who I work with, we read this together. So it's Amy's favourite series ever, and she's been wanting me and Jo to read it for a while, and we managed to get these beautiful hardbacks in a set, and my mum got me these for my birthday. So we read the first one together and we are planning on reading the other ones together as well. I really enjoyed this book. It's like, I don't usually read historical, but I really enjoyed like the steampunk Victorian feelings. I feel like if you can get steampunk Victorian spot on for me, I absolutely love it, but I don't really go towards historical. Funnily enough, I read 2 historical books in October. But so this one was set in like I think 1888 came up a lot, so I think it was 1888 if I remember rightly. There is dates in here, I think. Yeah, 1888, so I was right. But yeah, this is really cool, kind of dark. Like the main character, Audrey Rose, is trying to find out who Jack the Ripper is, but she is also apprenticing under her uncle, and she basically is learning how to cut up a body after somebody has died. So it's quite dark, so I'm also glad I read it in October, but Audrey Rose is amazing. She is such a good protagonist and I absolutely loved her. She's such a cool like female main character, and I feel like she is a great role model for younger readers, so really enjoyed this one, Stalking Jack the Ripper. So the final book on my October wrap-up was The Silent Stars Goodbye by Sally Nichols. Again, this is a historical book. I don't really read historical, but this one was sent to me as I am on the blog tour for it, which has already just gone, so you will have seen my readathon for this, so sorry, not readathon, like read-along like vlog thing I did for it, because this was sent to me by Kaleidoscopic Tours and Anderson Press, and it has little envelopes in it that had letters in, and it had little parcels that came with it as well, so I did a video on me unwrapping all of those as I read it. This was super quick, so this was set in 1990 at Christmas time, and it really got me in the mood for Christmas, and I just really enjoyed this. I flew through it. It was such a cute little read, and it made me kind of feel nostalgic for stuff when I was a kid, and for like Christmas time when I was a kid, and there was like a visit to a sweet shop in there that made me really nostalgic. And I thought this was really nice. It's got a very nice shiny cover as well. So this is also going to be passed on to Jo, because I think she will enjoy it as well, and I left the letters in there as well so she can come across those as she reads it as well. So that was my October wrap up. I didn't read a massive amount of books, but I still read enough that I'm quite happy with the amount of books that I read, and I managed to get my series down because I wanted to read The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer in October, so I managed to do that. Don't know how I'm going to do November because of the non-binary November readathon happening, and I wanted to also read Divergent, but as of right now, when I'm filming this video, my November reading is going quite well. I don't want to jinx that, but I'm reading quite a lot, and I'm getting through my non-binary November TBR quite quickly, so I'm quite happy about that. So maybe, you never know, I might squeeze Divergent on the end of that, but we shall see. So I hope you enjoyed this very speedy October wrap-up video, and if you did, please give it a like and drop a comment down below with what you read in October. I hope you enjoyed this and it wasn't too late for you in the month, but I just wanted to get this out because I really like filming wrap-up videos, so that was why really. So if you want to see more like this, then please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next week. Bye!